でもなく。
おや劣らねえな。惜しい。どうで少しは見直してくれたかい。外したなオイラじゃない、坊や自らだ。ルール変えさせてもらったぜ。さっきまでのは剣道。
剣道？
今やってるのは真剣だ。さっきまで俺らが使ってたのは竹刀、今は本身を抜いてるってこった。竹刀と本身でおのずと生じる間合いの変化。
How do you feel about Muhammad Ali Jr. from Baki? Do you think he's a good character, a bad character, wasted? How do you feel about him? Let's look at Muhammad Ali Jr. character and what he did for the show of Baki. From the jump when he was introduced, I feel like they gave you this coin of Muhammad Ali Jr. and Baki. There was two different sides of the same coin. Muhammad Ali Jr., the son of the greatest boxer ever, Muhammad Ali, and Baki, the son of the world's strongest man, Yujiro Hanma. Both kids, amazing talent and potential to become the best and strongest. And then they showed you the mentality of both. Of like they linked everything they did. Muhammad Ali Jr. met Baki's girlfriend and was ready to risk it all. Boy was bugging. He's like, I'll put you first before fighting. You'll be my #1 priority. Big symptom. Baki told her straight up, fighting will always be #1. You would never be more important to me than fighting. And you have to be able to live with that. Already showed a difference in mentality on the matter. When Yujiro challenged Junior, and Yujiro laid down and was like, well, how you gonna react to this? And he's like, boxing to me is a sport. It's self-defense. If you're gonna lay down, I don't gotta fight you. And he ran out. We know Baki don't think like that. Baki is complicated because he don't think like a lot of the other fighters, because he don't really want to be the strongest. He want to be the strongest indirectly, but he don't really want to be the strongest. Like he said, if his dad was the weakest creature, he just want to be the second. He just want to be able to be stronger than that man. And that man just happened to be the strongest, which means he would then have to be the strongest to be able to beat him. But other than that, Baki don't really care about how strong he is. So they keep showing you these things, and Baki, as a show overall, just disrespects boxing and shows you how limited boxing is, where you can only really have 4 punches: a jab, a straight, a hook, uppercut, overhand, I guess. It's just a different type of hook. But you got 4 punches. Baki's out here kicking and grabbing. He can do whatever he wants. And the mentality is the biggest thing of the reason why that fight had to go the way it went, because of mentality. We saw Junior preparing for that fight in a car. The driver's like, are you really gonna fight the champ only using boxing? While he has unlimited anything he can do, he can only use boxing. You see how scared Junior was and nervous and shaky himself. And that self-doubt lead to him not being willing to die. When we know Baki is willing to die. Boxing, is hit without getting hit. And he said he took that to another level of killing without being killed. And that was just the wrong mentality to have against Baki. Because when Baki beat him up and his dad jumped in, when Muhammad Ali Jr. jumped in and punched Baki, and he's like, I'm ready to die. I knew I interrupted the fight. I'd take whatever coming. Baki was like, your son would have been better off with that mentality. It wasn't about skill or power, it was about mentality. When Dopo Orochi and all the other senseis that Junior fought and beat, and they all came back and beat him, and they all said he might win, and they all kind of picked him to win because he was supposed to learn the lessons from his fights with them. that I guess he just didn't. Because when he fought Dopo, I think this was the biggest example of it. The second time he fought Dopo, and he was jabbing, he was hitting Dopo Orochi. And Dopo actually got serious, and it shows you the disposition of. Before, it felt like it was kendo sticks, bamboo sticks. When Dopo got serious, it felt like real swords, it felt like real danger. And all of a sudden, Dopo just felt bigger to him, and he couldn't reach Dopo. And he said the distance is the same, but since he sensed the danger coming back, he was throwing his punches shorter. He wasn't willing to risk it, knowing that what was coming back. It was always a mentality thing. So when it came to that last final fight, that reared its head again, and he still didn't have the right mentality. He still didn't learn. He still was on kill without being killed. While Baki is like, I'm willing to die to kill you, and I ain't dying. So when those two mentalities clash, one has to stop the other. Especially in the narrative of Baki. That couldn't have been a brawl, stretched out fight. He had to stomp him. Because afterwards, what happened after that? His dad saw that and was like, you're ready, and they had this face-off. That don't happen if you can't stomp a guy that's scared to fight in the narrative of Baki. His dad don't get impressed with that if that's a long, drawn-out, equal fight. And I don't think that makes Junior a bad character, because I think that's just his role he played in the story. At the end, when he was crying and sobbing, and it does look terrible and bad, but Baki's girlfriend asks him, are you a fighter? Because that's the question we went on this entire journey to learn about him and Baki. As Baki tries to beat his dad, you have to be a real fighter to be able to beat that man. And Baki is. And when Junior was asked that question, his answer was no. Because he really didn't want to fight. And it also showed you that he didn't understand why the Sea Emperor at 100 and something years old was still fighting. He was like, why are they still playing this game? But it ain't a game to them. Fighting ain't a game to Yujiro, to Dopo. They live that shit day in, day out. It's different. The mentality was different. And that's why I think Junior is still a great character even, because he just played his role in the story in a great way. It was unfortunate. It was messed up. He got messed up. I don't think any of that makes him a bad character in the least.
Yeah. I know that you gon' say 'cause you need something real.